Welcome and good morning. Welcome on this auspicious day. It is International Yoga Day. It is the summer solstice. It is just a beautiful day to be alive and here and present. And so welcome to this Veterans Yoga Project class. My name is Brian G. And we are going to do a class that honors the sun. It is solstice, and so it just seems only right that we should do some sun salutations. But we'll begin with the breath. Actually, we'll begin by grounding and landing, raising gratitude and setting intention. Gratitude, the first of our tools, and then we will breathe, breath, the second of our tools. We will breathe. We'll do a couple of activating breaths to get ourselves going, and then we'll come to our mat and we'll do some mindful movement, and then we'll hopefully engender some type of meditative state in the course of that breath and movement practice. And then we'll move into guided rest, where that meditative state can sink into our presence at a deeper level. And that'll be our practice today. I suspect 45 minutes, maybe, depending on how long it takes my achy body to get limber enough to do a few sun salutations. So, but anyway, it'll all be good. So remember two things. First, our guiding principle: support precedes action. So ensure that you are supported in whatever way you need to be at all times in your practice. And then secondarily, remember that it is your practice. You are in the privacy of your own environment. There is, by design, there is no incoming video. I cannot see you. You can see and hear me. And so honor the individuality of your own practice. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Do what is right for you. These are offers, suggestions, invitations. Only requirement for you is to be present and to breathe. Everything else is optional. So modify any posture at any time. Take any alternate posture at any time. Come out of any posture at any time. And particularly in these activating breaths that we're going to do to begin the class, if you feel yourself getting overly activated, then you're probably working too hard. Please back off, stop, take a breath, whatever. The idea here is simply to awaken, not to over-energize yourself. And so listen to the wisdom of your body. Honor that by doing what is right for you at any moment in this practice. And let me set my timer here so we don't overdo things. Yeah, I think we'll start with that. So, okay, let us land. If you would please bring yourself support. Find a supported posture in which you can lengthen your spine and breathe, whatever that means to you. Maybe you're seated in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, underneath the knees, hip distance apart. Maybe you're on a bolster or a cushion or your mat, cross-legged. Maybe you're on your back with your feet up the wall. Whatever supported posture that best allows you to lengthen your spine and breathe. Please take a moment to find that. Move into that posture. Find yourself and bring yourself into yourself. Come into this place. Come into this space. Come into the present moment by coming into the body. And we come into the body, which is always in the present moment. We come into the body by coming into the breath. Find your breath as it arrives underneath your nostrils and begin to breathe in and out through the nasal passages, following the inhale all the way in, down into the body cavity, front, back, sides, full 360 breath without stress, strain, or exertion. So we're not actively trying to drive anything here. We're just receiving this wonderful gift of breath that shows up for us and allowing it to penetrate to the deepest level of our available. And then follow the exhale all the way out, maybe give it a little tug at the bottom of the exhale. The diaphragm moves a little bit, belly button moves towards the spine as the lungs deflate, pressing out that last little bit of stale air at the bottom of the lung. And then allowing the next breath, which shows up just when it is needed. And beginning to aspirate fully, inspiration coming with the aspiration, feeling ourselves, come into ourselves, being into this place. And then continuing to allow the breath to come and go and following the breath with the awareness. I invite you to lengthen through your side body, lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your crown. Tuck the chin slightly to feel the length in the back of the neck, and then feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And staying lengthened, continuing to follow the breath in and out. Notice perhaps that as you align the spine, you may find a subtle shift in your energy body. You may feel your chest expand and your heart open, or not. Notice for yourself what happens as you lengthen and align the spine. And maintaining that length and alignment, maintaining that awareness and breath, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in the way that most brings awareness to your heart space. Maybe your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your left. Maybe your hands in prayer with the thumb knuckles resting lightly on the breastbone. Whatever way you bring your hands to your heart, let the heat and the connection of your hands and your heart bring awareness to your heart space. And in your heart space on this solstice morning, I invite you to allow to arise any one thing for which you are grateful, anything that speaks to you of gratitude, maybe just the possibility of gratitude, maybe just the idea that you can dial up and connect and be here. Whatever it is, see it clearly and anchor your gratitude right there at your heart space. And then having established support and allowed gratitude to arise, I invite you, if you choose, to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe just a simple intention to keep your gratitude centered, or to simple intention to just follow your breath, to just be in your breath. No matter where we go, what we do, be in your breath. But whatever your intention, I invite you to say it to yourself in a clear and declarative voice, as if it has already occurred. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state this intention. And then taking a full inhale, as the echoes of your intention reverberate in your being, I invite you to drop your chin to your chest and bow to your intentional grateful heart. And if you'd like to offer a benediction, I invite you to do so. Namaste. And then releasing the hands to the knees, lifting the chin, bringing yourself back into yourself. Let us begin with the breath practice. We're going to begin with some activating breath. So the first breath is going to be a Bhastrika, a bellows breath. You have the option to keep the hands on the knees, bring the hands to prayer at the heart, or if you're feeling really frisky this morning, you can bring your hands in prayer to the third eye, right at the brow, where the brow comes together, the back of the thumb knuckles resting on the brow. Now, Bhastrika bellows is an exaggerated exhale. So on the exhale, we utilize a little bit of diaphragmatic movement. We pull the belly button toward the spine. And then on the release of the diaphragm, the inhale comes. Now, we're exaggerating the exhale, but please be clear, the inhale and the exhale are equal in length, in volume, and intensity. And so the tendency here is to get overamped by overdoing the exhale. So if you find yourself doing that, know that you're working too hard. Back off. It's just a breath. And maybe take a pace that's, if you're not used to Bhastrikas, take a pace that's appropriate to you. Feel into it. Don't overthink it. So the body is very still. The awareness is on the diaphragm moving and then breath in the nostrils. The focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrow. Take your hands to the prayer position, to the position that is most appropriate for you, either on the knees, at the chest, or at the brow point. Take a full inhale, and then begin. Now you will find your rhythm and your pace in your practice for your breath, which may be very different than mine, and that's absolutely as it should be. You're doing your practice and your space, and I'm doing my practice in my space, and yet we're practicing together in this space. And the tendency here is, again, to get overamped. If your body starts rocking, you're probably working too hard. So back off a little bit and just be gentle with yourself as you just work through this breathing practice. We're just breathing in and out. focusing our awareness on the diaphragm and the breath in the nostrils. Letting go of everything else. Releasing anything that's happened up until this moment. Concentrating the energy on the breath so as to minimize the lost energy that's spent in planning everything that needs to happen after this moment. Just being here in the breath. About 30 more seconds. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Take a full inhalation. Gently retain the breath. Tucking the chin slightly, relaxing the shoulders, lifting gently at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart, bringing everything to the center of your being without stress, strain, or exertion, just gently retaining this breath. And when you need to, exhale, release your hands. If your hands are high, release any clenching and release any shaping of the breath and just sit quietly. Allow the integration. Palms on the knees, palms up for inspiration and receiving, palms down for grounding. If you feel you need grounding, turn the palms down. Just allow everything to settle. We give equal weight to the integration aspect of the practice. That's the space between what we're in now, allowing ourselves to feel into the experience of what is shifted, if anything, for us. We do these practices to regulate our mind states, to bring resilience to our being. So we want to check in during these quiet moments to note whether or not the effect has occurred. Have I shifted? Have I changed? Where's my energy now? What's different for me after that simple little 2-minute breath practice? Our next little breath practice is going to be a combination breath and movement. And so we're going to be combining seated cat-cow with some breath work. So seated cow on the inhale, the heart comes forward. We tilt at the pelvic bowl so that the heart comes forward and the lower spine may actually arch a little bit. And then on the exhale, seated cat, we drop the chin, roll to the back of the sits bones, and round the spine. So that's the movement of the body. On the inhale, pelvic bowl tilts, lower spine arches, chest comes forward. And on the exhale, we round. Drop the chin and roll. Now, option here with your arms to actually move your hands in conjunction with that movement. So on the inhale, the palms will slide up the thighs to the hip crease. And on the exhale, the palms will slide down the thighs and release. Now, the breath here is a 2-part breath. We inhale in 2 parts through the mouth. And we exhale in 2 parts through the nose. And then we inhale in 2 parts through the nose. And we exhale in 2 parts through the mouth. And we're going to continue that pattern for just a short period of time. So your variation, your version. On the inhale, through the mouth, 2 parts. Seated cow, bring the chest forward. On the exhale, round the spine, release 2 parts through the nose. Now inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. 2 parts. Exhale through the nose. 2 parts. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And just continue that pattern. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath. And if you're like me, you get confused at where you are, so don't sweat it. Just be and do the best you can. Your level of intensity, trying to keep the breaths equal in their inhale and the exhale, and half. 2-part inhale, 2-part exhale. Trying to align the breath with the movement. Just stay with it, almost there. On your next inhale, take full inhale and gently retain the breath. Tuck the chin, soften the shoulders, lift gently at the base of the spine, settle into the heart space, the center of your being. And when you need to, go ahead and release the breath, release the hands to the knees. Be very still. Notice your experience, what you feel in your body, where you are with your mind. The connection between the breath, the mind, and the body in your space, in your experience. Feeling perhaps a little bit active, I hope, and perhaps a little bit more expansive, maybe a little opening to a broader sense of being. And maybe not, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're feeling is what you're feeling, and that's what's important here. And now we're going to begin to come into our movement practice. So take a full inhale, a complete exhale, and then begin to make your way to your mat. And we'll begin in a little tabletop posture here, just for a moment, so that we can begin to get some gentilized moments. So the knees are underneath the hips, the palms are underneath the shoulders, maybe slightly ahead of the shoulders. And we're going to build on that seated cow-cat by doing a couple of cow-cat from this posture. So on the cow, on the inhale, the belly drops, the lower spine arches, chest comes forward, crown lifts. On the exhale, we round the spine, release the head, biceps spring the ears, hips curl under. Now in this, we're just going to do a single breath, single inhale through the nostril, begin to breathe in and out through the nostril. And perhaps here, begin to introduce your ujjayi, or what we call ocean breath. So maybe you add a little bit of tension at the epiglottis, at the back of the throat, so that you can hear the breath in the nostrils as you inhale and exhale. And you find your rhythm by aligning to the sound of the breath. One movement, one breath. Couple more here. Waking up the body, beginning to energize the spine. Inhale to center. And let's engage the hips a little bit. So roll over the ball of the right foot, lift the right knee and press back through the right heel. So modified runner's lunge. Feel that length through the right heel, get long, and then go ahead and lift the right heel level with the hips. Press through the heel, stay long through the leg. Just feel this 3-point balance. Activating in the core to engage. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the right knee back down. Roll over the ball of the left foot, lift the left knee, press back through the left heel. Feel the length in the left leg. Engage, and then lift the left leg level with the hips. Press through the heel, stay long in the leg. Feel yourself balancing on this side. Breathing here. Inhale, and then exhale, bring the left knee back down. Adding on, if you like, roll over the ball of the right foot, lift the right heel, press the right toes long. Stay here. And then we're going to begin to move a little bit with that sort of that rounding and arching that we did. So on the inhale, we arch and lift a little bit. On the exhale, we round and bring the knee toward the nose underneath the body. We're just going to do a couple of these. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Find the rhythm of your breath by listening to your breath. Then we're just opening up the hip a little bit. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Couple more. Inhale long. Exhale, bring the right knee back down. Roll over the ball of the left foot, lift the left knee, and then lift the left heel. Press the left toes, get long. And then lengthen, lift and arch. And then exhale, bring that knee to nose underneath the body, rounding. Again, find your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Couple more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the left knee back down. Press the hips back towards the heels, coming into your wisdom pose. Take the pressure off of your palms. Release your forehead toward the mat. Pressing back through the hips, release the lower back. Relax the shoulders. Maybe lift your fingers and wiggle them a little bit, taking any pressure out of the palm and the heel of the palm. Just being in your wisdom pose. Is there wisdom in this posture? Checking in with your breath, with your gratitude, with your intention. On the inhale, come back to table. On the exhale, curl the toes and lift the knees. Find your balance and then continue to straighten the legs as you lift the hips and let the head drop. The crown drops towards the mat. Your chest and stomach move back toward the thighs. The heels release towards the bottom of your mat. Toes go long toward your wrists. Heels go towards the bottom of your mat. Lengthen in the back of the body and find your downward dog. This is your down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your dog a little. Bend one knee. Press back to the opposite heel. Switch with your breath. Bend the other knee, press back to the other heel. Feel yourself opening up in the backside of the body. Let's add a little opening in the side body. On the inhale, lift both heels, lift the hips. Press the chest and stomach back toward the thighs. On the exhale, release both heels over to the right. Stay long out of both arms. Stay long out of both arms. Look up under the left armpit, perhaps. Feel the length. An opening in the left side body. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, come back to center. On the exhale, lift the hips, let the head and shoulders drop, press the chest and stomach back to the thighs. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, let both heels go to the left. Stay long out of both arms. Perhaps look up under the right armpit. Feel the length in the right side body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let the heels drop. Find your down dog. Look up between your hands. Slowly, just baby walk your feet toward your hands. Bring your feet between your hands. Release your head, crown to the mat, forehead toward the shins. Maybe grab your opposite elbow. This is your forward fold. Take a moment to balance here first. Check your weight in your feet. Check the alignment of your feet so that the outside part of your feet are parallel to the outside edges of your mat. Find yourself balanced. Notice the weight tends to fall forward because you're folding forward. So press back through the heels. Lengthen through the legs and lift the hips. Maybe grab opposite elbows in front of or even behind the legs. Whatever's right for you. Great place for your gear here. If your hands don't reach the floor, utilize your support by placing your block and allowing the block to provide additional support as you lengthen and lift through the heels. Forward fold. Forehead toward the shins. No tension in the neck. Maybe gently rock your head up and down, side to side. No tension. Yes, I've released my neck. Let's add a little bit here. Take the hands to the shins. Press the palms towards the shins. Straighten the arms. Bring the back parallel with the mat. Flat back. Breathe in behind the heart. On the exhale, bend the elbows. Release the forehead toward the shins. Forward fold. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Your rhythm, your pace. Exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale. Breathe behind the heart. Exhale, release. Now I'm going to begin to come upright. Slowly bend the knees a little bit. Feel the weight in the heels. And then slowly allow the torso to begin to come upright. One vertebra at a time. Saving the head and neck for last. The shoulders roll up and then release down. The palms turn forward. The fingers extend toward the floor. The chin tucks slightly toward the sternum so that the head is resting right atop the spinal column. Feel all of the blood draining back into the body. Feel yourself balancing here. Find your focal point. Balance is focus. Find something not moving beyond the tip of your nose and focus on that. And then adjust as you need to make sure that your weight is balanced in your feet. In the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, the inside and outside of the heel. Imagine those 4 points. And then draw little X's across your bottom of your feet so that you're centered. Soft ankles, soft knees, firm hips and waist. Lengthen out of the side body, lengthen out of the spine. Tuck the chin and feel yourself standing tall. You are in your mountain pose. You are a mountain, a self-contained system. This is you standing on your own 2 feet in your space, having your own back. We're going to move into sun salutation progressively, so one movement at a time. The first movement is an inhale. The arms will rise up, so rotate the arms forward and up. Or take the arms up. You're extending to reach and grasp and greet the sun. especially on this solstice day. So we're inhaling to the sun. And then on the exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips and fold and bow to the earth. On the inhale, we come to that flat back posture, breathing behind the heart. On the exhale, we fold and step the right foot back to a lunge. So let's start here and we'll just loosen a little bit. Drop the right knee to the top of the right foot. Bring yourself to your fingertips or to your knee for support, and then straighten the arms if you're using the knee to lift the torso. Inhale, take the arms up from this supported lunge posture, lengthen, and then sink the hips. Stay long through the fingers and torso as you drop into the right knee and the left hip. Supported lunge, full inhale here. Exhale, release the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee and step the right foot forward into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, gathering as you go. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath to stabilize and reconnect with your intention and your gratitude. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Step the left foot back, and let's take a moment to open here. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Come to your fingertips or to your knee. Straighten the torso. Inhale, take the arms up. Find your supported lunge on this side, lengthening through the fingers as you sink into the left knee and the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. Bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the knee, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath, center and stable, reconnect. On your next inhale, the arms are high. On the exhale, we fold. On the inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet, right foot back in the lunge. Now, option to keep the knee lifted or drop the knee if you need additional support. Press back through the right heel. Inhale here, fingertips through the knee or lift the torso. Bring the arms up. Find your lunge. Lengthen through the fingers as you press in and back through the right heel and down into the left heel. Full inhale here. And then on the exhale, the hands come down, frame the foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release the hands. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Other side, inhale up. Greet the day in the sun. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands beside the feet, left foot back. Option to drop the knee if you like, or stabilize here, fingertips, knee, or torso comes upright. Arms come up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stabilize and center. Notice as you make little micro adjustments, what's required to maintain your balance. Focus. Inhale here. Exhale. Hands down. Frame the foot. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Root to rise. Exhale. Release the hands. A breath. Connection and centering. Presence. Inhale, arms up, greet the sun. Exhale, bow to the earth. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back to a lunge. Step the left foot back to join it. Now you're in a plank. Inhale here to stabilize in your plank. So check your hips are not too high or too low. Straight line from the crown to the heel. This is our plank pose. Be here for a moment. Just take a breath and find your plank. Full inhale. On the exhale, we drop knees, chest, chin, or reverse push-up and lower all the way to the mat. Hands at the shoulders, thumbs at the breast line, elbows moving toward the hips, behind the body. On the inhale, lift the knees, lift the chest, lift the crown. Come into your cobra. On the exhale, we lower, curl the toes, and press and lift back to downward dog. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Every time we hit down dog, every time we hit mountain, we take a breath to center and stabilize. Inhale, look up between the hands. On the exhale, step the left foot forward, bring the right foot forward to join it, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release the hands. Take your breath and stabilize. Prepare. We're going to move one movement, one breath. On the inhale, greet the sun. Exhale, bow to earth. Inhale, find the middle. Exhale, hands beside the feet, step back. Find your plank on the inhale. On the exhale, knees, chest, chin, or reverse push-up, lower down. On the inhale, come up into your cobra, or maybe even up dog. On the exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath to stabilize here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. The inhale, we look up between the hands. On the exhale, right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, gathering, greeting. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath. Side out. And begin. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet. Right foot back, left foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower, your choice. Inhale, rise up, your choice. Exhale, downward dog. A full inhale here. A complete exhale. On the inhale, we look up between the hands. On the exhale, left foot forward, right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, release the hand. Take a breath. Stabilize. Reconnect. Be present. And then continue. You're going to do 3 more of these at your pace, your rhythm. I'll just cue my first one and then we'll go silent. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Neutral. Exhale. Step back. Inhale. Stabilize plank. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale. Rise up. Exhale. Press back. Downward dog, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Stabilize in mountain. Take a breath. Center. check in. And then continue. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice, your sun salutations. When you've completed your salutations, just find yourself in mountain at the top of your mat. I'm going to take a moment here to stabilize and find our balance. So I'm going to turn the face so you can see this. So we're beginning to work on some one-legged balances. So we're begin with a tree posture. So feet are underneath the hips. Soft ankles, soft knees, firm hips and waist. Find yourself on your left foot. Root into the left foot and then pick up the right heel. Perhaps pick up the right foot entirely. Rotate the right hip so that the knee moves away from the body at an angle to that. Now the right foot will land against the ankle, the calf, or perhaps even the thigh, not the knee. So safety, support, protect yourself here, manage yourself, bring your foot appropriate to you. If you like, hands will come to prayer, or perhaps your hands will rise toward the sun as you grow your tree. Feeling into your balance, pressing into that left heel, lengthening through that left leg, through the side body, through the arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you wobble a little bit in the wind, and that's okay. It's just yoga. Maybe you feel the wind come through the breeze. The breeze flows through your limbs, releasing your limbs down. Release your foot from your leg, turn your hip and come back to standing. Pedal that out and release. Bring yourself back to yourself, come back to your standing posture, root down into your right side. Feel yourself in your right foot balanced. Lift the left heel, maybe pick up the left foot. Rotate the left hip so the knee moves away from the body. And again, left foot will come to the right ankle, right calf, or perhaps the right thigh. Again, not the knee. We want to support ourselves here. Maybe your hands come to prayer. Maybe your branches grow toward the sun. Focus is balance. Find your drishti, your gazing point. Breath is strength. Notice your experience here. Concentration, focus, steadiness, sureness, balance. Maybe you feel the breeze wobbling you. Maybe you feel the breeze through your branches as you release your arms down and release the foot and come back. I'll do one more here. So, modified eagle. So again, find yourself on your left side. And this time, pick up the foot and cross the right thigh over the left. Maybe you can hook that calf, that ankle behind the calf, maybe not. Ooh. Remember, balance is focus. Find your focus. Pick your arms out. And then bring the right elbow under the left. Wrap the forearms, bring the palms together. Maybe place the thumb right in the brow point. Lift the elbows. Inhale here, stabilize. And then if you like, on the exhale, sink the hips down an invisible wall behind you, bending into that left knee. Steady and focused, strong and sure. Ooh, or not, or wobbly and hobbly. Doesn't matter, it's just yoga. Again, begin to straighten the leg, let the wings flap open, and release yourself back to standing. We'll do the right side. So find yourself in your right foot, right thigh, pick up the left and cross it over tightly. Establish your balance, arms come out. Left goes under right, forearms wrap. Palms come together, perhaps maybe the back of the palms together. Maybe the thumb comes to the brow point, maybe lift the elbows. Find your version. Once you've established yourself, maybe sink the hips. Pressing the thighs, lifting the elbows, centering in the core. Maybe you wobble a little bit as the breeze blows around you. Focused, steady, sure. Maybe you feel the breeze as you begin to lift. Flap the wings, come out of that posture. And then come down onto your back. Check timing. All right. And we will move into our twist. So let's do the opening twist. So find yourself, bring your left foot so that the heel comes towards the hip and the knee goes towards the sky. Option, if you have the flexibility, to rest your left foot lightly atop your right thigh, depending upon whether you can do that without pressure. Otherwise, you're just here. Your arms are going to come out from the shoulders, 90 degrees. The right hand will come to the left knee as a guide. On the inhale, we lengthen through the right heel and the crown. On the exhale, we let the left knee come across the body, across the right thigh, and we look over the left shoulder. Now the left shoulder stays down and relaxed. And so, and the right hand is not doing anything except guiding that left knee to move away from the face. More away from the face than down towards the floor. Stay long through the right heel, the right leg. Breathe into the left hip. Twisting out any tension, massaging your internal organs, giving yourself a big hug here. As we close up our practice today, prepare for our rest. We want to release any tension or tightness. And just reward ourselves for our practice with a big loving hug on this side. A full inhale. A complete exhale. On the inhale, come back to center. Release the left leg down and long. Bring the right foot in so the heel comes toward the hip, the knee. And again, option to place that lightly if you can do it lightly. Otherwise, just keep it there. It doesn't need to be atop the left thigh. The left hand will go to the outside of that knee or just to that right knee. Lengthen through the heel and the crown. Inhale. Exhale. Let the right knee come across the body as you look over the right shoulder. And again, tendency of the right shoulder is to want to come up off the mat. And so if that's the case, you want to relax the right shoulder down and then open the right knee away from the face. Lengthening through that side body, breathing into that left hip, staying long in the left heel. Breathe deep. And give yourself a hug on this side. Big loving hug. Releasing any tension or tightness. Preparing for our guided rest. Squeezing out any conversation, competition, condemnation, criticism you may have for yourself or your practice. Just let it all just be squeezed here. Just squeeze it on out. Release. Yeah, come back to center. Release the right foot. Take the legs long. And then let's just bring the knees into the chest. Reach up and grab below the knees. Squeeze the knees in toward the chest. If you like, bring your head towards your knees, your nose towards your knees, your forehead towards your toes, whatever works for you. Make a nice tight little ball here. Squeeze everything in. And then release everything out. Let the toes fall open. Take the heels as wide as is comfortable for you. Turn the palms up, lengthen through the heel and the crown, and then imagine you're pulling on your side ribs so that your lower spine is against the mat, and then relax, release, let go, be done. You're done, be done. Take a moment here as you're being done to provide yourself with any final support you would like in this posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth, or you have a blanket or a shawl, or you have a bolster. Take a moment to provide yourself with any additional support. And then do that thing that is, for many of us, the hardest thing to do. Let go. Release. Be done. You're done. Allow yourself to be done. Just let go. Relax and release. Allow everything to just settle. Be very still. And just be. Release any examination or analysis of the practice. Release any thought processes. Release the past and everything that's happened up until this point. Release the planning of the future and everything that you feel needs to be done for you to be something that you are. Just be right here, right now. And if you find that, like many of us, you just can't let your mind be, then utilize your mind and your awareness to look for contraction, constriction, or tightness in the body. Track your body, looking for any areas of tightness. And actively seek to breathe, direct the breath to those areas. And if you find that you can't direct the breath all the way to the area in question, I encourage you to soften around what's tight. And notice perhaps that as you soften, you find support. I encourage you to stay here in rest for as long as you like. And as you rest here, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you, to wish you again a happy International Yoga Day, a happy solstice, just a happy, amazing day in general. Thank you so much for being here. I'm honored to be here, truly. And when you do finally rise today, take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the rest of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.